The man who wakes with a weapon in his mind never sleeps in peace. He hones his thoughts before he sharpens steel and tempers his spirit before the first clash. While others chase passing pleasures, he endures the grind. While others collapse into comfort, he embraces the pain of preparation, not for a single fight or fleeting glory, but for the 10,000 battles life will unleash without warning. You do not rise once and stand unbroken. You rise again and again, from betrayal, from defeat, from the silent storms only you endure. A man unprepared is already beaten. You cannot call up strength in a raging gale if you have never built your fire in the quiet. In the still hours before war drums echo, when no eyes watch, there the warrior is made. The world tests you not in grand singular moments, but through daily attrition. Every small surrender paves your downfall. Every excuse adds brick to the prison of your own making. Every comfort you cling to corrodes the edge of your blade. If you wait for the right moment to train, it will slip past you. If you prepare only for the expected, you will perish to the unforeseen. Prepare for 10,000 battles, not one, the battle of loss, of ego, of patience, of uncertainty, of fatigue, of isolation, of betrayal, and, above all, the battle within. For the man who conquers himself fears no other. They will deride your discipline, label it obsession, deem it needless, but recall, those who mock armor are never the ones who stand when arrows fly. Those who live in distraction cannot survive the crash. Let them chatter, let them slumber, let them soften. You are not here to be understood, you are here to become unshakable. Sharpen your body until it moves without hesitation. Sharpen your mind until it cuts through illusion. Sharpen your purpose until it blinds doubt. This is not training for a single enemy, it is readiness for life itself. Drill until the fight is beneath you, until crisis becomes familiar, until chaos invades your space but cannot unsteady your breath. That is true strength, quiet, stoic, resolute, not ostentatious or theatrical, but deeply earned. If the path is arduous, walk it. If the burden is crushing, carry it. If the world doubts you, detach from its gaze. You were not born to be accepted, you were born to overcome. Do not beg for peace if you refuse to wage war. Peace is a reward reserved for those willing to bleed for it. You misunderstand peace if you think it means absence of conflict. Real peace is mastery over your thoughts, your reactions, your fears. Mastery is not born in still waters. It is carved by storms. You must become a man whose foundation is forged in resistance, not merely surviving the storm, but embodying the shape it leaves behind. Every trial is a chisel, every hardship a hammer. They do not break you, they sculpt you. But only if you remain standing, enduring without pleading for ease. No savior approaches on a white steed. That truth is your advantage. When accepted, it awakens you. You cease wasting strength, hoping the world will soften. You begin to out-harden the world. They called Musashi a demon, not because he slew men, but because he mastered the battlefield within. He slept on the earth, ate simply, fought with clarity, owned no wealth, feared no death. That is power. You prepare not to impress or be lauded, but because weakness is liability, comfort a slow death, dependency a prison. You prepare because life is indifferent. Storms do not knock. Betrayal wears familiar faces, and in the end, only you walk through the fire. Do not envy the loud. Their kingdoms are dust. Build from stone, daily discipline, silent repetitions, choices no one sees. Let each dawn be your signal, each wave of pain your oath, each moment of solitude your forge. The 10,000 battles are not distant, they live within you. So sharpen your resolve, train under burden, detach from applause, prepare in silence. When life tests you, and it will, you will not beg for mercy, crumble or flee, you will rise. Every man claims he wants strength, few endure what strength demands. Strength is not found among mirrors and applause. It is forged in the quiet hours when no one watches, When you show up for the work, endure repetition without reward, and stand unflinching under pressure, not because it is easy, but because you have become immovable. There will be days your mind screams to quit, days your body begs for ease, days excuses cloud your clarity like smoke. That is the battlefield, not out there, but within. Discipline is not glamorous, it is brutal, monotonous, cold showers and dawn's first light, setting aside distraction to embrace purpose, facing fear rather than fleeing it, denying every urge for one more moment. Here, most men fall, in comfort's compromise, not in war's fury. There is no savior coming to bear your burdens, that is your edge. When you embrace that, you awaken. You stop hoping for life to soften and begin out-hardening the world. They labeled Musashi a demon, not because he slew men, but because he conquered his inner battlefield. He lay on earth, ate sparingly, battled with razor focus, owned nothing, feared nothing. That is true power. You train not to dazzle or be celebrated, but because weakness is a liability, comfort a slow death, and dependency a cage. You prepare because life is indifferent, storms never send warnings, betrayal often wears a trusted face, and ultimately, only you will walk through fire. Do not envy the loud. They build kingdoms of sand, build from stone, daily discipline, silent drills, choices made away from applause. Let each the 10,000 battles you face aren't out there, they're waged within. So hone your resolve under load, detach from applause, train in the hush. When life tests you, and it will, you won't cry for mercy, collapse or flee, you'll rise. Many claim they want strength, few bear its cost. Strength isn't born in gyms or mirrors, but in the silent hours no one watches. When you show up anyway, grind through repetitions without reward, and hold firm under pressure. Not because it's easy, but because you've become unshakable. Storms howl within your mind, that is the real arena. Discipline isn't pretty, it's brutal. Dawn's first light, cold water, putting purpose before pleasure, staring down fear instead of fleeing, saying no when every part of you pleads yes. Here most men break, not in battle but in compromise. Warriors don't wait for perfect moments, they make them. Respect the teachings of the past without banking on them. Forge your own path. Earn your own peace. Train for days that defy reason, when allies vanish and failure grins in your face, and still you rise. You train for the battles no one praises, because those are the fights that forge real steel. Two roads diverge, comfort or conquest. Comfort blinds you, conquest burns you into form. The comfort seeker avoids conflict and becomes its slave. The warrior enters conflict willingly, knowing it sharpens clarity. The world whispers, just rest, you've done enough. But the greatest master refuses comfort that dulls his edge. Do nothing that isn't useful, that is your weapon. A disciplined mind is a blade kept honed by resolve and restraint. You must be dangerous within, capable of destruction, yet choosing restraint. The man who wins is not the strongest, but the one who endures, finds stillness in chaos, and marches beyond fatigue.